If this part of my life can be changed in 2024, I will be happy. I will be so happy. That was me over 2 years ago, and now I'm about to share the deepest secret that I've carried with me for over 30 years. I'm scared of food, legit terrified. I'm talking bread, pasta, eggs. Basic foods have always been a challenge for me. I didn't know it for the longest time, but apparently it's an eating disorder called ARFID. It all goes back to when I was a baby. I had severe allergies to formula, so I was always in and out of the hospital. My parents had to restrict my diet. I was off gluten, no dairy, no eggs. But eventually I outgrew all the allergies. But after that, I still was afraid of food because in my head, like food equals danger. So I stayed away from all the basic food that everybody ate. There was one specific morning, I was 10 years old and my family was having bread and tea for breakfast before church on Sunday. So I hid it under the car seats, thinking, shoot, daddy's never gonna see it. But yeah, he did see it and he forced me to eat it. I'm shaking, I'm hyperventilating. I'm like, I can't eat it. He went from threatening me to begging to offering treats. Like, nope, I could not. I just couldn't eat it. Matter of fact, I starved the entire day. But at some point, I outgrew the allergies and I was fine, but I still was afraid of food. When my husband and I were dating, we would go out to a fancy restaurant for dinner and I would order a full plate and only eat the chicken. And of course, my husband would gladly swallow up everything that I leave on my plate, but I was just so jealous that I couldn't eat the way he was eating. And then something happened. Last year, I was scrolling on social media and I saw this guy freaking out over a banana. And it reminded me so much about how I freak out over trying to eat bread or any of my fear foods. And then he said he had ARFID and something clicked. Perhaps this is what I have too. Maybe I truly have an eating disorder. I went on the internet and I started to look up what ARFID meant and how I could get help for myself. That was when I found Equip. They're a virtual mental health care company that specializes in helping people recover from ARFID or other eating disorders. That same night, I signed up for therapy. And I'm sharing this now because for years, I felt so embarrassed by my eating habits. But after getting help, I realized I'm not the only one. And if you struggle with the same thing, I want you to know that you're not alone. There's so much more that I can tell you about my ARFID and therapy and what recovery looks like for me, but you have to come back for part 2 to hear more of the story.